So if there's one message I want to get out to people, it's that they need to leave no later than tonight. It is possible. The National Weather Service has advised us that there's a chance that Highway 80 could be covered with water, not only at high tide, but at low tide. We don't want anybody stranded out here, so we're urging people to leave no later than this evening. The City of Tybee Island is urging anyone who has not yet evacuated from Tybee to evacuate no later than tonight. Because of the low elevation of Highway 80, our only evacuation route, it's entirely possible that Highway 80 could be covered with water and impassable even at low tide beginning tomorrow. Residents who choose to wait until tomorrow morning to evacuate may not be able to do so. Again, we're urging anyone left on the island to leave no later than tonight. Emergency responders, by which I mean police, fire, and EMS, will not, I repeat, will not respond to calls for service and assistance after the arrival of tropical storm force winds. We will not put our first responders at risk because people chose not to heed our mandatory evacuation notice. Anyone needing transportation off the island is advised that transportation to emergency shelters in the Augusta area is available at Tybee City Hall now. Pets are welcome. The final departure will be at 2 p.m. Call 912-658-9507 if you need transportation from your home to this spot. Additionally, as of 11 a.m. this morning, Tybee Island is under a hurricane warning. All waters surrounding Tybee are closed at this time to swimmers, surfers, kiteboarders, kayakers, and anyone else wishing to enter the water. Please do not go into the water, as doing so puts not only yourself at risk, but potentially our first responders as well. We've been in close contact with Chatham emergency management officials and the National Weather Service throughout this situation, and we'll continue to communicate with them on a regular basis. The latest information we have is that it is possible that our community could be hit with a Category 4 hurricane. Storm surge amounts could be up to 11 feet. Strong, sustained hurricane force winds are possible for extended periods of time. Heavy rains and coastal flooding are also very likely. Just to reiterate, we're advising in the strongest possible language for everyone on Tybee to leave no later than this evening. Structures can be rebuilt, communities can be rebuilt, but human lives cannot be replaced. Thank you all very, very much. Are there any questions? Sure. The question is, how are we reaching out to people who may not be watching TV or on Facebook? And we're doing that. We've done several reverse 911 calls that actually they get the call at their home on their landline or on their cell phone. We have police who are going to be going around with loudspeakers advising people that they need to evacuate. So we're doing everything we can to notify them that now is the time to go.
You also noticed that you had buses.
The question is, how long will the buses be here to evacuate people from the island who don't have their own transportation? Those buses will be here until 2 p.m. for about another hour, so we urge people to get up here because these folks have other places to be to help others out as well.
How many people have seen boarding buses today?
We've had about 5 or 6 folks, and it's important to understand that I know some folks may not want to evacuate without their animals. They can bring their pets, they can bring their animals, and they can be evacuated alongside those pets they have as well, and they are headed to Augusta. We've already had 1 bus leave already.
That's a small number. Were you hoping for more?
Well, the reality is most people who live here have their own transportation. If there are any left that don't, we are making sure that we provide that opportunity to them. Any other questions? How will law enforcement handle people being on the beaches? Try to get them off the beaches. Do everything.
Ready to leave, but he's still got a lot of debris lying around the yard. And what are they going to do about their boats as well?
The question is, what do people do about their debris and boats? Is it's their property. They need to take care of it as best they can and secure it, and recognize that debris in their yard might not just be a problem for them, but for their neighbors as well. Anything else? All right. Thank you all very much.
We just want to remind everybody that after possibly later tonight, there could be no police to come to rescue you at all. We'll be given the order to evacuate, and we cannot put the police in jeopardy, first responders, fire, and you'll be on your own. Not to try to scare anybody, but we're just following orders. So, but we'll be back to see you in a few days.